for iftar. Doing iftar has become what? A party for people. Half of them are not even fasting, because you see, observe them eating before the iftar. Then they arrive at the expensive restaurants because the women cannot cook anymore. The women do not cook at home. So what happens? They arrive at expensive restaurants, paying more than that they should for a food. Remember, a chicken costs £5 to make a normal andi, a normal dish. It will cost you £5 to £10. Young people, listen. £5 to £10, you could feed a whole family. Did you know that? You probably spend £10 on a small takeaway. With £5 to £10, you can feed a whole family. These are life skills. But these women cannot cook. This is why the young men should not marry a woman who cannot cook. If they are demanding a high dowry from you, these high dowries, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 dowries, do not come to me for the talaq form 6 months down the line. Because you're stupid enough to pay high dowries to a woman who cannot cook, who does not wear the hijab correctly, and then will demand for you to take her to Tipu Sultan for a dinner, for iftar, and you're spending £60, expecting the man to earn more than £3,000 a month, more than that, to fund her expensive lifestyle, so she can buy designer goods, and then have a car that the man cannot afford. He gets the car in finance. Then they land at Ladypool Road. And then what happens? They eat and behave like animals by throwing the rubbish on the road. This is what happens. They throw the rubbish on the road. You have a £60,000 car, a £500,000 house and more, and you do not even have the common sense to deal with your rubbish. You throw it on the road like an animal. That is the state of these people. And then they make Ramadan and iftar and Eid into fashion shows. On Eid, when they have the fair, and then the person goes out with all his family and they're throwing rubbish everywhere. Basic common sense. Drink a bottle of water, throw it on the floor. That's the behavior in the month of Ramadan. So the men have no aql, no brains, no intellect, the men, and then they marry women who are the same. As I mentioned about high dowries, that's a different issue, but they pay high dowries. Some of them hire cars, expensive cars. They're paying £10,000 a day for perhaps 5 cars which you do not even own. You fool. You do not even own the car. You're just hiring the car for £10,000. Then what happens? The wedding hall is £50,000. The catering is £20,000. Then you ask him, where are you living? I'm living on rent. You could have purchased your own house with that much money. Where's your intellect? That is the type of community we're dealing with in terms of materialistically. They've become so materialistic that they want expensive weddings, £50,000 halls. I'm telling you, young men, do not be stupid. If the in-laws want you to book a £50,000 hall, break the deal. That woman is not worth it.